Alright, hello, welcome in, Stargazers! How is everybody doing? Hello! Oh, goodness gracious. Hello, welcome in, how is everyone? Hello, Janu, hello, Simzero, hello, KLMX, hello, Kisakai, hello, Stargaze, hello, Weston Fox, hello, MG, hello, Arknight, hello, Catch, hello, Babylon, hello, Johnny Virgil, hello, Horror, hello, Void Runner, hello, Dark Turtle Knight, hello, Daho, hello, Stockler! Oh, goodness gracious. How is everybody? Hello. Hello, Bushmaster. Hello, Bloodsuli. Welcome in. Oh gosh, I keep feeling like I'm forgetting something. I keep, like, looking over here and being like, something feels off. Hello, Aratane. Welcome in. I'm nervous. I don't know how nervous I need to be, but it's a start of 10. We're gonna start with important operator records that I've heard are very critical to have ahead of time. But I'm just nervous. Some day roll call will take as long as a whole stream currently does, and it will be glorious. I know what's missing. Horn plush? Main screen with the game, don't worry. Main screen. All set up. Horn is set up, don't worry. At some point I'm gonna get the plushie shelf figured out. Plush hype. Yeah. No, Horn is Horn's set and ready to go. Hello, Boston, welcome in. Or please don't tell me one way or the other on it. Just, you know. Missing a potato farmer plushie? We have bagpipe. Is that what we're referring to? We have bagpipe. I just kind of have one at a time because I've heard that sometimes the plushies get in the way of the text, so I don't have them side by side. If you forgot it's not that important, it most likely is. Any mention of stuff in 10, including funny hints, is getting bonked. Yes, thank you. Also, when it comes to main story, guys, the moderators are on it. HR is on it. They will be bonking you. They will be timing out. They will not be giving you much leeway for main chapter stuff, okay? Yeah, nothing. Please. Stack them on your head, that way they don't be on the text. I can't, yeah. Also, this just goes for everybody. If your favorite operator appears in the story, please just just be casual, cordial about it. That goes for everybody. Don't spam chat a million times about how they're your absolute favorite in all caps. It just kind of distracts everybody, and it kind of goes, like, a little too intense. It's fine to say once or twice, you just don't need to say it 20 times. Or 30, or 50. You know? You don't see me freaking out about Cantabile. She never appears. At least we, have her, often in the squad. You don't gotta worry about me and Arknights? I don't play this game. I got zero idea what's going on. Alright, no worries, Boston. I hope you at least enjoy the reading. I hope you at least enjoy it from a story perspective. Yes, don't spoil story. HR is off-leash today. Oh my gosh, Weston Fox. We already had BB, I got it out of my system. You didn't go crazy in all caps, though. That's the thing. Like, just, you know, be cordial about things. Be, like, say they're your favorite, totally fine, but don't go ruining the restaurant, you know? Alrighty. Anyway, I wanted to get that out of the way. That applies to every person here. Just, you know, be casual. Be cordial. Essentially, don't take over the chat. E2 Rosmo? I have so many operators I have to E2 at some point. I understand that, like, going forward, we're basically at a point of, like, no return and just go with whatever is the most insane. So I'm gonna have to have, like, a list of operators to E2 at this point. I know I am. And I have to make sure I still have enough resources for, anyone who appears who needs to be, like, main story E2. So that's interesting. We'll try to, but trying to grind an old event in another Eden for chant scripts. An Evo material to make 4-star units to 5-star. There's more or less just background. That's all good. Am I your radio? I'm fine being your radio. Alright. I feel like I have, procrastinated enough, dawdled enough, avoided enough. We will jump into it. And yes, I also need to E2 Haruka badly. Oh, so many. Yeah. I always want to make sure that if there's like a main story operator in the squad that I can just like instant E2 if I need to. Or at least E1 max. At least just get a baseline. Lots of chapters to go, lots of people yet to appear. The doctor's wallet will suffer! Oh, lovely. Alright. And this is why I've held off for so long. Yeah, we're not gonna, we're most likely mainly doing readings today, just letting you know. Because operator records. Alright. Let us pause this, jump in here, jump in. Okay. See, we do have Horn. Thank you again, Janu. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright. Alright. The Thug, the Shadow, the Doctor, the Starlight. Okay then. Oh, hello Trion, welcome in, welcome in. Alright then. Wait, am I allowed to look through these? Oh goodness. Am I allowed to parse through these, or is that you can see them all? Okay. The Thug, okay. The Shadow, okay. Makes sense. Doctor and the Star. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Alrighty. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. Indra. Not looking. Alrighty. Starlight's not yet here, but Estacio's looking for her. Oh gosh. Alrighty. Alright. Indra. Sure. Alerts are off. Here we go. Good. The stare of that kitten is harrowing. You're not wrong. Alright. Have I done Siracusa operator records? I have not. I know nothing about Siracusa. I am going through main story right now, so no Siracusa events at the moment here. Alright. Sorry, I'm like, it's hard for me to get started. Once I'm started, I'm fine. It's just hard for me to go. The Guide to Mutual Learning. To go from a street thug to an excellent operator takes a decent few deep breaths. Okay. "8:27 a.m. Clear. Rhodes Island Landship, training grounds. You ready? Here I go! Nice try, mate. Who says good morning before they knock you sideways? You're being daft. Why don't you try me? Your fists hard as pillows, all floppy. I could bludgeon better with brown bread gone 2 days in the freezer. You're clearly not as fast as me. Why can't I hit you? Keep trying. No use, mate. Who taught you how to fight like this? My dad taught me wrestling techniques. My dad's a really amazing policeman. Dad this and dad that. You're still a little kid then. Ha! Okay, eyes on the prize. I'll find an opening. Hey, that one was getting somewhere. Keep going. Come on, let's go again. I can't get away. You attack with such a crazy angle. What kind of style is that? Style? I don't think about any style when I fight, mate. If you can harp on about your fighting, show some skill instead, why don't you? I want to work up a sweat here. Come on. Getting faster. Too slow. Pick it up. Yeah! My eyes! I was an inch away. Too close. I don't even have the chance to hit back. And I took one right in the stomach. Weak! Flip me, this is weak! Hey! Oi, time out you! You looking down on me or something? I'm hitting you serious here. Come on. My eyes tell me you've got skills, but everything you do comes up all dawdling. Listen, alright, you little tyke? Get your fist from just now and smash my nose in, alright? My nose, right here. See it? Just bump it, and Rose Red'll come flying out. My dad said my fist should only make enemies bleed. You do my head in! Mate, this is all pointless right now. It could be so bleeding simple. A fight's just a fight. Why you gotta think so much? Well, alright. You stand up pretty good to a thumping. You know, if I smacked any normal torso around a couple times, they'd have been crying, begging me to forgive them by now. I'm not gonna beg. You're insanely strong, but you can't underestimate me. Hey, I like that. Getting interesting again. Seeing as you ain't run, I'm gonna hurry up and let you... Stop. Look my fist. What's this, whip? Hey, not bad, you. Instructor Doberman. Jackie, head down. Get Lancet 2 to dress your wounds as a holdover, and then report to medical. But training's still... The morning training course will permit your absence. Extenuating circumstances. Don't expect this again. Furthermore, remember this. Rhodes Island or no, training grounds are a battlefield, and you only face opponents, not friends. In front of the enemy, your lenience will be a weakness. Next time you're beaten like this, I'll have to consider giving you supplementary courses. Got it, instructor. Operator Indra, thank you for training with me today. Next time I'll put on an even better show. Flippin' weak. Hold it there. Oi! You wanna go too? You look banged up, I'd reckon. I'm not going to play about with you. Play? You saying fighting's play? Oi, can I check a sec, yeah? Do you know how I got here? Operator Indra, your current conduct is very juvenile, in my opinion. You're no longer a student. You don't need me setting courses for you, but I'd still like to give you some suggestions. Then first off, before you're properly prepared, you are not to step 1 foot on the training grounds again. Huh? Why? That little rabbit told me if I wanted to fight, I could come here and all. I'm not going to waste time pointing out how many incorrect assumptions you've made in that one sentence. Briefly, the training grounds are not a place to vent your private moods. Operators do not learn from one another with the goal of causing permanent harm to the other party. Once you've gotten things straight, you can come back again. The new recruits very much need the genuine combat guidance your experience provides. But for now, I would like you to leave. The whole lot here is just people who go on and on. Each one's more boring than the last. Stuck in here every day without a fight seriously killing me. What's the point of the food here? Meat and potatoes are enough. Why do you need all this variety? What's all this seasoning about? Getting sick of chewing it, it's making my mouth go rotten. And this room, metal plates cold as a fridge, and you've got to squash to get in. Is this somewhere people should stay? It's like jail. Ah! Who is it? Carry on. Bit more force and you'll give this wall a new cubbyhole. God, I can't have asked for anyone more dull to show up. Morgan, stop standing out there if you can help it. Come in here and give us a scrap. Let me get some relief. Don't feel like it. Couldn't hit me if you wanted. But who knows how long it'll be before you're too worked up not to punch a wall again. And anyway, I'm not like you. Got plenty to do. You and your sorting business. You couldn't pay me to figure it out. I know you just run around completely out of sight anyway. Exactly like you used to. Hey. I'm not going to forget about you no matter how busy I am, Hannah, love. Heard you made a huge fuss at the training grounds. Got shooed out right after. You just came here to laugh at me, didn't you? You hurt me talking like that. You'd never believe if I was worried for you, so just treat it as me here on Vina's behalf, checking if you haven't made a right mess for her. Her Majesty knows. Don't work yourself up. I didn't tell on you. But we're aboard someone else's ship right now. Could you imagine whatever you do not reach in her ears somehow? Who do you think she is? Is it not enough to admit it's my fault this time? I'll go find Our Majesty myself. Good, no rush. Been here a while now anyway. So we just know how the people are at Rhodes, right? Vina's in an alright spot. None of us need to lose much sleep at night. Yeah, you're right. I get it. People here are fine, even. Not like the lot we used to see. Too rotten or too bloody weak. But that doesn't mean I've got to like living like this. You say you don't like it. Still not used to it yet, are you? How am I going to get used to this? Just all of a sudden. Don't need to play hide and seek every day. Won't be out of a place to sleep for nights on end. Don't need to worry when I sleep if anyone will come to do us in. Do miss those days a little. Even if you were dead asleep, I'd snap open the moment you heard something. Even throw a couple fists at the air. And who's the bastard who kept sneaking up? You see how generous I was? Not giving you a black eye. Pulled my punches. I mean, it's not just a good night's rest. You can always get something warm to eat here. You don't need to worry if the bastard across you's gonna pull something out and mug you while you're chewing. We left Londinium ages ago. When have we ever had it like this? 1, 2, 3... I haven't seen any blood for a whole fortnight. Tell me something, Morgan. Show me the light. How am I going to get used to this? Listen to what comes out of your mouth. It's all proof Vina was right to bring us to Rhodes Island. Rhodes Island can give us everything we need. And I don't just mean a bed and some food. And you've never had an interest in me talking about it, but you know it yourself, don't you? Yeah, don't need to know who the enemy is. Just gotta know they're my enemy. I can tell who my real friends are, and who can be of use to Vina. And I still haven't forgotten what I came here with her for. I want to see her draw her sword. For that day, I, Indra, will do whatever it takes. But, Morgan, in my dreams recently, I've been seeing all those kiddies we left behind. I get it. You're actually worried about those bunch, aren't you? Who'd worry for 'em? You think I'm the bleeding heart sort? Honest? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know anything. I don't know how they're doing. If they got hurt. If they got sick. If someone else is giving them trouble. Especially all that lot. I lie on this comfy, clean mattress, and I can't help but think, what about them? How are they doing right now? You understand those girls better than anyone. All these years we've gotten to know each other like the backs of our own hands. Like you could forget. We know better than anyone living in Londinium since we were kids. How to make it out of each fight alive, don't we? I believe in them. Just like they always believed in me. Morgan, you remember too, right? Each one of them kept up with us, right behind our asses while they were still little. Of course I remember. Right, and you kept behind my ass. Hey, no interruptions, yeah? Me behind you was 'cause you ran too fast. I was looking to kick you up there with the right opportunity. Either way, back then, we swore an oath. Never mind if our days would ever be sunny at the very least. No matter what, each person would have a share. And now... Don't go sighing. We followed Vina so far. Do you really regret it now? Indra. Here? Do you understand the battle plans I just laid out? First half, I'm clear as day. But the last bit... Vina, you didn't say where I head to after I'm done. For that part, I want you to choose for yourself. You can come to this position and meet up with me. You can also head for that position. They'll be waiting for you there around then. And then you need to get moving with them quickly. Do whatever you need to after that. Don't come back here, and don't find me again. Vina, do you... Yeah, I need to leave now. Is it the bunch from outside? The dark clouds are getting closer. Surely you've sensed it too. That bunch of bastards are sticky as the snot in my nose. I'll send them packing where they're the one of the lot. This isn't as simple as brawling for territory anymore. More and more are getting wounded. It won't be long before the situation's beyond what we can handle with our current strength. We can't sit and wait to get killed. Before that, I need to seize the initiative. Fine. Morgan said as much anyway. But I'm not like her. I don't think at all that much rubbish. I just need you to tell me. Has this day come? Yeah, the day has come. You're all in danger if I stay here. None of you would want to be cowards, and neither would I. But needless sacrifices disgust me more than that. And besides, the struggle's never going to end, whether in Londinium or beyond. We'll always have things to do. Then I'll follow you! Wherever you are, I'll be! Long as there's a day you need my fist, I'll be with you! Indra, you're my most trusted friend. I enjoy every battle we have side by side. But today, I want you to understand I'm not ordering you to go with me. Because I'm not certain myself when I'll be able to return here. If you decide to come with me, you won't be either. From here on, we'll be wandering somewhere different than before every day. You can imagine all we'll face in the future. You don't need me saying it. And besides, you're the first person I'd ask. After all, before I joined Glasgow, you were the head. I was thinking, maybe you'd be more willing to stay here for them. I told you, this isn't anything I even need to think about. The moment I recognized you as my master, my majesty, I decided every day of mine right there. Where you need to go, that's where I need to go. For you, my two hands will deal with your enemies and hug your friends. Today, if you want me to stay behind, I won't say a single word back. I'll stay behind for you. But if you're asking me, then you don't need to ask more than once. I've only got one answer. I believe in you, Vina. You're my liege! Regrets. Never. Not for all eternity. Following Her Majesty is the most correct decision I've ever made in my life. Hey, you gonna wake Vina up from the other side of the corridor, raising your voice that high? Hey, don't give me lip. Yesterday night she was thinking things over so late she must be sleeping like a baby right now. Alright. You're alive enough that I don't need to keep chatting with you now. Keep punching a hole in that wall. Make your way through. You can escape whenever you want, no? I bloody well, You bastard, Morgan! They didn't write the word escape in my dictionary! Forget it. Rhodes Island. My liege chose Rhodes Island. And so do I. Doesn't change how crap of an eyesore being stuck in this room is! Does my head in? Does my flippin' head in? Oi! Who is it? You're not Morgan. Idiot would never learn how to knock. It's me, Operator Indra. Eh? Pounded up like that and you can still stand straight? You're pretty good, Tyke. Oh, you mean these wounds? I'm alright. The missus at medical all help treat them for me. When my dad used to take me training, sometimes I'd mess myself up just as bad, too. So you're not here to get one over? Revenge? No, it's okay. These injuries you left were all from helping me train, right? You little tyke. I think I might like you. Is that a compliment, Operator Indra? Then can I ask you to train with me next time, too? You still want to get whooped? Just now in the medbay, I was thinking, your style, not style, you're fighting. Yeah, you're fighting. Your fighting's really awesome, Operator Indra. I could tell there was so much I'd never learned before, and I want to learn it properly from you. Please? You want to learn from me? Hey, you sure? I could beat you black and blue and you've still got the guts to hang around me. Part of why I got beat's because I wasn't strong enough. That's not your fault. Ha, people here really are nothing like the ones outside. That para with the whip. That's Miss Doberman. She's our instructor. Don't matter what she's called. What's that look on your face for? Fine, I get it. Doberman. Okay. That Doberman. She said if I was prepared properly, I could go back. So let's give it a whirl and see. Whoa, you're really gonna do it? This rules! Too early to get happy. I don't do manners with my fists up. But, learning from one another. Just putting on some restraint, ain't it? Nothing hard about that. Giving a rascal like you some pointers, that's all. Never been a problem for me. Goodness. Alright then. So you are basically second in command to Vina, or lackey, sidekick, wanting to dedicate everything. Noted. Will you be following Her Majesty? Funny thug. Everyone needs a friend as loyal as Hannah. Indra likes punching. Crucial lore! Oh gosh. A right or a left hand? Yes. I dig Indra. No gods or kings, only man. You adore her so much. I still technically have the recruitment ticket for either, Indra or Vulcan. In Siege File, I redacted/changed a sentence. Indra was the gang leader before Siege came in. Beat her up and Indra gave her the gang leader position. Oh my gosh. Hello, Billy Bob Joe. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh gosh. Alrighty. Why is this Indra a white tiger mom boxer? All of the characters in Arknights are related to some sort of animal or creature. So for example, we're going to next be reading about a dragon. You got 2 of them? I don't have the other one yet, so I don't want to use the first one. 'Cause, I don't know, paranoia. Alright. Also, star, 11 out of 10 British? That was insanely good. Really? I thought people over here were never good at British accents. I thought that was kind of a given, that you just would never do a good British accent if you're over, on the other side of the ocean. Why we have 2 white tiger brawlers? I don't know. Wait, is Morgan also a white tiger? She was kind of more of like, her fur and hair was a little bit more blonde looking. Oh, Mountain. Yeah, duh, Mountain. I don't know. I don't know then. Not many British people are any good at American accents either. For a long time you thought I was British? No. You do good at everything accents. Thank you, Lilith. I appreciate the kind words. Morgan's a leopard. Okay, that makes sense. All the big cats. Oh my gosh. Alright. Ah! We have to go backwards, otherwise, it makes it hard to figure out. Alright. That was Indra. Oh!
It's nothing.
So far, 2 for 2. Alright, Reed. The Thug, and now the Shadow. Alright. Alright, let's see here. I really like her design. A lot of people love Reed, myself included. Alright, Reed. Hot like a reed, when those caught in the dark see the fringes of the light. Smoke and debris spill over the hills, scorching flames searing the land. The helpless red dragon, locked upon its throne. Threads pierce its bones so that it may not move. Originium splits open its flesh so that it may not heal. Cries fill its ears so that it may find no rest. A scepter nails the tip of its tongue. A crown binds its brain, and a stone orb crushes its spine. It is a red dragon atop a throne, a puppet of the shadows. It may not resist, beg for mercy, or escape. Within its purgatory, the living statue weeps. Tears drip from its eyes, flowing along the threads into its unhealing scars. All it receives in return for its suffering and obedience is silence. Bitter hail begins to fall from the sky. Dublin's men might come back any moment now. We need to find a way to get another car. Don't worry. I promise you we're going to make it out of here alive. Was she caught up in a catastrophe? Both her originium infection as well as her wounds are quite severe. Once we're done our part, the rest is up to her. Then we'll register your information. Out of consideration for the fact that you're still a patient, we prepared a single dorm for you. If that's acceptable, then please sign here. Reed sits down on the bed, blankly staring at the door to her room. Rhodes Island's standard-issue sliding door perfectly fulfills the task for which it was created, letting not even a speck of light through. Of course, its sound insulation is also beyond question. Though, given that it is that time of day when people begin their daily activities, some noisy voices nevertheless reach Reed's ears. This is exactly the life she dreamed of. She need only open the door, and she would become a part of Rhodes Island too, living a life in the sunlight. However, it hurts. The originium crystals remind her. The feeling of guilt reminds her. The shadows remind her. She doesn't deserve it. For Dublin, no matter how guilty she felt, she had put so many people to death with this rallying cry. Every one of those souls, young and old, were always staring at her. It's all they can do now, harshly sting at her soul whenever her heart sways like a reed in the wind. That's the only form of revenge left for the dead. Repent, and you will be forgiven. A cheap adage for the heartless. True forgiveness does not exist. After all, the dead cannot speak, nor can they forgive. All they can do is torment. Just as they were tormented. This is how it should be. This is what I deserve. Reed lies down again, with her back to the door, as if this would somehow let her ignore the noises coming from beyond. Those things don't belong to her. She isn't worthy. No matter how badly she wants them. I belong in a prison. However, within this darkness, she still remembers the light that occasionally pierced the dark clouds. Born from a ring of flame, like a sun, she longs to touch that light. Reed, are you in there? One moment. I'll be right there. Hello, I'm here to give you your routine physical. Didn't the doctor say... Oh, yes, the two of you agreed that you should be undergoing regular comprehensive examinations, right? But what we're doing now is just the most basic stuff. Blood pressure and heart rate monitoring. No needles or clunky equipment involved. You're still an inpatient for now, and we do need to keep tabs on your numbers, but the doctor won't always be available. I won't bother you again until your condition has stabilized. Of course, if you don't want to, I'm not going to force you. I appreciate the help. Come on in. Go ahead and lie back down on the bed. The light switch should be right here. Found it. Oh, sorry about that. I'll dim it down a bit. No worries. This is good enough. Okay then. Then let me have you flat on the bed, and I'll handle the rest. Before lying down, Reed moves her tail to the other side of the bed so that the burning flames will not affect the work of the medical operator. The fabrics of the bed are made from special materials, so she doesn't have to worry about inadvertently setting the entire room on fire. Reed originally thought the medic would stare at her tail curiously and ask questions, but she simply stares at the notebook and her instruments, with no intention of making small talk. So Reed lies, face up on the bed, casting her eyes toward the ceiling, her gaze slowly drawn to the light emanating from the ceiling lamp. That should do the trick. Next up is... It is nothing more than an ordinary ceiling light. Upon closer inspection, she can see a ring-shaped bulb through the covering, like a sancta's shining halo. Do you know where the sancta who saved me is? I want to thank her. You were sent to Rhodes Island by a Victorian Wyver and some Rhodes Island operators who were on a mission in County Hillock. I don't recall any sancta being among them. Did I misremember? Reed continues to look at the ceiling lamp. The light from that sancta was so vivid in her memory, there should be no mistaking it. But I did hear that we lost an elite operator during that operation. Elite operator? She was a respected older woman. Though she rarely swung by medical, the snipers who came by for treatment or just to get a physical always had something to say about her. They said that she was extremely patient, and that her revolver was even more accurate. If I recall, I think she was a sancta. What was her name? Outcast. That's what they all called her. Outcast. The conversation seemingly reaches a dead end as the two tacitly agree to stop talking. Only the occasional beeps from the medical equipment still echo across the room. Alright, all done with the exam. Congratulations, Reed. A lot of your indicators have improved since your last exam, which means your condition should be stabilizing soon. Then, if there's nothing else you need, I'll be heading out. Should I turn the lights off? No thanks. This is fine. Alright, I'll leave you to it then. Her death was my fault. Reed's mind starts to go blank. She had never interacted with this outcast person before. As a matter of fact, she only learned of her codename just now. And yet, she had made the ultimate sacrifice to save her life? Outcast. Outcast. She repeats this name again and again, the name of the person who peeled back the corners of darkness for her. Whether it was out of honor, respect, or simply curiosity, she feels as if it is her duty to know more about this great individual. Of course, once she's fulfilled this duty, she would once again have to return to her room to continue her self-imposed confinement. Daily life suddenly blossoms so vividly before her, and it proves strange and foreign. Some cordial pleasantries, a bit of noise stirred up by trivial matters, and some idle chatter to pass the time. How long had it been since she experienced these things? Reed holds onto her left wrist with her right hand and leans against the edge of the corridor, trying to hide her tail as best as possible to make herself less conspicuous. How she craves to be a part of this life, to pick up a fountain pen, or to savor a soft drink. But she is not allowed to. The ghosts of the past still sit atop her shoulders, tearing away any hopes she might have for a better life. Hello. Oh, Reed. Please have a seat. How can I help you today? I want to ask something about Outcast. Oh, did you have some business with her? Her office isn't too far from here. After all, the personnel transfer happened only a few months ago. I have a map here. You can take a look if you want. Basically, go this way, and you'll be there after turning the corner. Thank you. No worries. Just doing my job. Hasn't Outcast's office already been? Hush, just mind your own business. Do you think I don't know? Can't you just leave someone to their thoughts? Oh, yeah. What a pitiful sight. This should be the place. Hello, can I help you? Excuse me, is this where Outcast's office is? Oh. Yes, this used to be her office. It was transferred to us recently, and we're about to turn it into a new archive. Are you her... Oh, it's nothing. I was just taking a look around. Suit yourself. Wait, I see. I get it now. Please, go right ahead. Outcast. Did she leave anything behind here? Sorry, but the HR department has probably already disposed of her personal effects. Oh, okay. She thought she'd be able to find some trace of Outcast's existence here, but instead all she finds is an empty office and a complete stranger. So she begins to think about where else on Rhodes Island this Sancta may have had ties. Sancta. Guns. Sniper operators. May I ask you one more question? Go ahead. Where can I find the shooting range? Reed heads to the shooting range, hoping to find some information on Outcast. Anything would do. Surely there would be someone here who knows her. But upon entering this vast facility, the only thing she feels is fear. The unfortunate are tied up to the target dummies while the brainwashed raise their weapons towards them, awaiting her command. No, this isn't how it should be. No matter what she wants to say, no matter what she says, her every word is a command. With each word, a trigger is pulled and a bolt rips its way into flesh. The operators are here to train, and so the cycle continues. Reload, aim, shoot. The targets are here to be destroyed, and so the cycle continues. Wait, be aimed at, confirm hit. The victims are bound tightly to the target dummies, lamenting Reed's savagery until their lifeblood runs dry. And so, this place ceases to be a training ground, and instead becomes an exhibition of her vile deeds. No. No. Look out! You alright, mate? Thank you. Station 6, as well as Stations 5, 4, 7, and 8, will be temporarily closed for maintenance for 15 minutes. Any operators using those stations, please come on down. And you, the bastard in Station number 6, don't even think of running off! I'll be seeing you in the administrative office! The fella who brought explosives to the shooting range is probably in for a real ton lashing. Oh, hey there, Anakil! Oh, Cruz, did you make a new friend? Nah, we just met. I think she dropped by the shooting range to get a feel for what it's like over here. See, look at that super long lance she's holding. Not much of a sniper, if you ask me. Hello, my name is Ignakil. Whoops, looks like I forgot to introduce myself. Hello there, the name's Cruz. Reed, you can just call me Reed. Oh, yeah. Ignakil, you ready for the upcoming practical? Huh? Oh, with Melantha leading us, there won't be any issues. But I've been seeing you in the training stations practicing with your handgun. Caught red-handed, huh? Gun. Sancta. Sure, I haven't gotten authorization to use a gun yet, but as someone from Laterano, how could I not want to try it out? Which is why I asked Outcast to give me some training earlier. Like Black Steel style? Yup. She taught me a whole bunch of gunnery tips, like the influence of how I hold my gun on my reaction speed, or how to quickly draw and fire. In one demonstration, she even specifically showed how to execute it with both a gun and a crossbow, teaching me that certain techniques are actually transferable. Then you'll have to give me a rundown sometime. Can never have too many tricks up your sleeve. Sure, sounds like a plan. But we agreed to do a progress check on my skills before continuing, but... Outcast. What is it like to shoot a gun? What is it like? I'm not sure I really understand either. Alright, take down those barriers and warning signs. The 5 training stations are open again. Get back to practice, you guys. You'll get a feel for it when you try it yourself, Reed. I will? Is it really okay? Training handguns are made specifically for novices. Like crossbows, they're not that hard to use. And we'll be here with you, so you've got nothing to worry about. I understand. Just pay attention to how I'm handling it. Is this how you do it? Yep, you've got your fingers in the right places. Now, lift the gun, aim the crosshair at the target, and pull the trigger. Aim at the target. She clutches the gun tightly. The training gun is fairly light, but it keeps trembling in her hands. Don't be nervous now. Just take a deep breath. She aims at her scars, at her ghosts, at this display of her sins, and pulls the trigger. Nice shot, though just a bit off the mark. Reed's shot completely missed the mark, only leaving a black dot in the upper left corner of the target paper. Thank you. Reed sets the gun down. Not gonna give it another try? I think that's enough. The moment she fired the bullet, the gun responded with a powerful recoil. It was a Sancta weapon. To squeeze the trigger is to make a declaration, and at the same time to accept the consequences. Outcast was fully aware of how heavy each shot she fired was. Yet, she most likely never hesitated. I'll continue with my training then. After the test is over, I should probably make a trip to the reliquary and report the results to the instructor. Reliquary? Yep, the reliquary. It's a place where Rhodes Island stores the belongings of excellent instructors that have since left us. Where is this reliquary? Reliquary entrance. After entering the integrated bioprocessing unit, continue around the corner and you'll reach the door to the reliquary. Perhaps the lengthy corridor leading up to it is in consideration of the special nature of the room. Reed planned to head straight inside, but a conversation between two operators in the corner catches her attention. Because of a name they brought up. Outcast. The two operators seem to have been members of her team. So she also takes a spot in the corner, as if waiting for someone. She wants to hear what they have to say about Outcast. So, do you regret it now, not going with her? I already saw the report. What happened at County Hillock spun completely out of control. Even so, she could have easily made it back alive if she really wanted to. This is Outcast we're talking about. Misery brought her gun chamber back. At the very end, she fired all 6 rounds. Do you think she had any regrets? Reed holds her breath. Never. So, I'll bring the question back around. What about you? Reed looks away. She can almost envision what is about to be said. Anger, hatred, these things are all too familiar to her. I don't regret a thing either. Huh? She's never hesitated to ask for our help before. Since she decided to go solo this time, I'm sure she's already thought things through. The evacuees from County Hillock brought back someone seriously wounded. An infected? An infected. If there's any outcome that would satisfy her, that'd be it. Then, let's not disturb her rest any longer. She's been so busy for so long, she really ought to get some sleep. Good night, our dear old friend. May you still remember a few of us in your dreams. We'll come see you again next time. Her life being saved must have been a coincidence. But one thing is for certain. As long as she meets Outcast, she will find salvation. No matter how much the situation changes, the outcome remains the same. Reed looks down the corridor to the entrance of the reliquary. There, Outcast is awaiting her arrival. Originally, these artifacts were stacked in a warehouse in the integrated bioprocessing unit, along with other unclaimed items. But everyone knows that some things will never be claimed, and only gather dust in the warehouse. Precious artifacts, fated to be eroded by time. So they were placed into custom-made storage containers, and housed in a small room at the end of the warehouse. It is a cemetery made for the operators who have given their lives for the cause. But there are neither flowers nor tombstones here. Everyone keeps their voices down for fear of disturbing the slumber of the deceased. The same goes for Reed. She restrains her fire, trying not to allow the dancing flames to disturb the solemn atmosphere. In front of each artifact compartment is a plume of light, and Reed follows the lights to identify the person sleeping there. Scout, Whitesmith, Outcast. Her artifacts are here. Just as Reed approaches, someone else happens to be turning around to leave. Doctor. Here, silence is the most effective means of communication. After a simple exchange of courtesies, the two pass each other by. It is then that Reed sees the codename of the one the doctor was mourning. Ace. Perhaps it tells the story of another savior. Perhaps one day, someone will tell that story to her. But not today. She walks in front of Outcast's artifact compartment, bows slightly, then reflects upon the legacy she left behind on this land. In the compartment lies a damaged gun chamber, and next to it lies a eulogy someone wrote for her. She never capitulated, even after enduring countless trials and tribulations. Her muzzle belched tons of flame that burned like an angry sun, and the glow above her head was brighter than the daylight itself. Buried here is Outcast, or friend. Hello, Outcast. I've come here to thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance. My name is Reed. The reason I came here is to find answers. I want to know what kind of person saved my life. Now, I understand. I always doubted whether you saving me served any purpose. I was mistaken. In your eyes, all life is equally precious. Thank you. I was once my sister's puppet, and did so many unspeakable things. I once thought this land held nothing but darkness. But now, you showed me, taught me that light still shines upon this land. Not the fires of disaster, but something warmer, more brilliant. Should I become a light like you? Am I even able to? The light shining on Outcast's artifact compartment also casts its rays upon Reed, drawing a shadow behind her that blends into the environment. I am a weak person. I can't stand up to my sister, let alone put my life on the line to realize my ideals like you. But even so, I will try. This is the only way I have to repay you. I still need more time. I need to understand what I must do to be worthy of you, to be worthy of this life you saved. The firelight always casts a shadow, but this time, I want to try letting it bring life and hope. Goodbye, Outcast. Reed turns around and walks from the glowing light into the darkness. The path leading out of the room is long and dark, swallowing her up entirely, leaving nothing but the flame at the tip of her tail. But her flame remains steady and unyielding, radiating light and warmth, steadfastly and persistently drifting towards the exit. At that moment, for the first time in its life, the scarred red dragon roars, and a glimmer of light flashes across a withered, dusky hillock. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh gosh. Emotional damage. Oh jeez. You know what builds character? Oh no. Oh. Probably one of my fave op records in this entire game because damn, no, 100% I agree. Oh my gosh. I want to give Reed a hug, poor gal. I think everyone does. I can't believe we were this close to have a sniper Reed or a gun Reed altar. Oh, that would have been very interesting for sure. Oh goodness. We love Reed, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Have you noticed the funny sniper scope on a briefcase in the base version of the alt? I have, yes. Maybe it doesn't- I remember, like, we were asking, you know, why is that? What is the purpose? Da 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 da. Maybe it's just, maybe it's just symbolic. Maybe it doesn't have to have any actual use case, right? Maybe it's just, a memento, a token. Reed does deserve hugs, absolutely. Oh gosh. Ugh. There's still chance for Sniper Reed since Chen got 2 altars now. I don't know what the storyline is for Reed altar, and I don't want to know right now, obviously. But I'm sure that there's a very, like, fitting reason for it being the way it is. I mean, you know, healing instead of harming being a very obvious one. But it's probably just, like, more fitting than if there was a sniper. Sniper Reed. Just how they depict her trauma and suffering, especially with the flashbacks, is so rarely done this well, and it really resonates with me so much, it makes me tear up every time. Yeah, absolutely. Ugh. If I had been looking... I mean, obviously, I have to thank Ace for everything. But if that had, for some reason, been another name, I would have completely broken down, and you know it. I guess that would have been too early when Reed was, around, but still. Oh, goodness. Alright. Yeah, you don't even have to guess, let's be honest. Alright. We are going with... Okay. Huh. Warfarin next. Okay. Thank you, Reed.
Hello, Doctor.
3 for 3. I'm not sure if that's ever happened. 3 for 3 on this. On getting the correct order here. My gosh, okay. Hello, Warfarin. I set it up correctly this time. Isn't it randomized? It worked out. There you go. Pre-recorded. Oh gosh. Alright. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Alright. The thug, the shadow, the doctor. Alright. Warfarin, huh? Doesn't Warfarin look like a Fortnite kid? Shush. Oh gosh. Alright. Let's see. Goodness. Okay. Warfarin. Okay. Alright. Vampire works. Got it. Alrighty. Warfarin. Rarely serious. She's lived for centuries, after all. I have to drink water. Dr. Warfarin, is there something wrong with me? Yep, we've got a big problem. Huh? You got taller. Don't scare me like that! This is serious. It's been 2 centuries since I got any taller. Your physical indicators are all normal, and your erypathy is pretty stable too. Not bad. But, if you can, try not to take your rings off after you get to Londinium. Though I guess I can't expect you to hear me on that one. Dr. Warfarin, are you mad that we're going to Londinium? Mad? Amiya, tap into your powers and look at me. How am I feeling? Very calm. Looks like I'm not so muddled that I can't figure out my own emotions. Not yet, anyway. 200 years ago, I probably would have had something to say about this. These days, though, I'm not going to get upset over something decided by destiny. If I have the time, I might as well do some more research. Decided by destiny? What do you mean? Like how you're destined to fight this fight. And Londinium's destined to face war, death, and hate. But... Stop. I know what you're going to say, and I've heard it more times than I care to count. I'm not trying to blame you, and I'm not angry. If this was enough to piss me off, I would have been pissed to death centuries ago. Here, let me draw some blood. For blood work. Okay. That reminds me, have I ever told you why I became a doctor, even though I'm a vampire? Oh, I feel like you have. I think you said you used to be a very aggressive, violent lady, because you had a thirst for blood like the rest of your kind. But in the end, you got tired of fighting. Oh, so I told you already, huh? And here I just came up with a story about being a vampire heroine. I was looking forward to duping some fools with it. I don't think a lot of people would fall for that. Now that's hard to say. It might just help me rebuild my dignified image here at Rhodes Island. Your image is what it is because you keep doing things like that. Well, fine. It's not like I actually care about this anyway. I digress, but there's one thing I definitely haven't told you. The truth is, it doesn't matter how much you like doing something. If you keep doing it for 100 years, you're bound to get tired of it. Most vampires are sick of fighting for exactly that reason. But at the same time, a century of doing the same thing also eventually turns it into a habit. And when everyone in your tribe has this habit, it becomes the tribe's social norm. In other words, it's a social norm for us vampires to thirst for blood and war. And, to this day, I still haven't overcome my social norm. But you haven't ever had any real accidents on the ship. Of course not. I've trained myself for 2 whole centuries. The stuff you see me pulling is just a pastime of mine. Don't look at me like that. I'll admit, I do lose control when I'm with the doctor. But, about that, I've actually come up with a few new ideas ever since we started getting all this new blood on the ship. It still needs some tinkering, though. Let's shelve that topic for now. Anyway, the reason I became a doctor is a simple one. I got tired of war. I got sick of it. And I chose to reject the vampire's social norm, and while I looked away for a way to overcome my instincts, I inevitably became a medical researcher. Is that how you met Dr. Calcit? Well, she's a mysterious one, and she holds a bunch of titles. But she's a doctor, all right, and I can see why you'd think that's how we met. Though, in your view, is she really the kind of woman who'd sit down and discuss medical theory? Or, actually, do I look like that kind of woman to you? But you met each other a long time ago, didn't you? Wait a second. Should be this one, I think. Wait, no, this is the book that we did together later. What's this stinking thing all falling apart? Oh, now I remember. This is the journal where my first dissertation was published, and I kept it after it ceased publication. There we go. These magazines here. These are from decades ago! I wrote for this magazine at the time, and then, one day, some dipshit showed up to write a long article supposedly poking holes in all my theories. The key thing here is that I wasn't wrong, but all the things she pointed out were indeed issues that I neglected or didn't consider. I wasn't about to sit down and take all that from her, so I followed her reasoning and did my experiment again, and it actually gave me better results. Back then, basically anyone could publish whatever in a magazine, and her article was one of the few that I thought was up to snuff. And she was... Calcit, of course. She didn't even bother to use a pen name. You know what really pissed me off, though? I wrote a dozen or so articles after that in response, but she never submitted again. That sounds just like Dr. Calcit. Until one day, a woman representing Teresa, the Sarcas King, invited me to join them. She even pulled out all these magazines and told me that she was that very Calcit. So what happened next? I blasted her out the door and never wrote for the magazine again. I still remember when Dr. Calcit said she was going to take me to see another doctor. I thought you were her friend.
Warfarin, this is an official summons from the royal court. How dare you disobey us?
Little fella, I've lived for a long time now. Do you know how many royal court fancy folk I've met, and how many of them I kicked right out my door?
This is war! The fate of our kind hangs in the balance! Ugh, what did you do to me?
Stand here for another 10 seconds and your blood will start to coagulate. 15 seconds later, you'll be a statue. If you leave now, you can still make it out alive.
Impossible! I've never heard of a vampire power like this!
You're welcome to stay and see for yourself.
Don't you think you can disobey the royal court?
Yeah, I've heard that plenty of times too. Yeah, looks like I need to find a new place to live. Again, I've made plenty of money, so maybe it's high time I move to Victoria. All this medical equipment would be a pain to haul there, though.
Hey, Warfarin, can you really turn people into statues?
Of course not. I was just scaring him.
Well, alright. I didn't know you were such a big shot, though.
Oh, shut up. I told you long ago that I'm a famous doctor among the vampires.
None of us have ever heard of any vampire doctors to begin with. Why are you out here in the middle of nowhere, then?
Because I want to be. Because we're close to the Casdell border, which makes it easy to mail dissertations out of the country. What's going on today? There's no end to this stream of unwelcome visitors, is there?
Who are you?
Someone seeking medical help. Too bad. I don't treat those who fight in wars.
I'll chase her away for you, Warfarin.
By yourself? Forget it. Better keep your blood in your body. Take the medicine and bring it home to your mother.
Okay.
Your reputation precedes you here. It's nowhere near as thunderous as your name. So, what's the big idea, Calcit? You of all people need treatment from me?
I'm not the one who needs treatment. She is.
Hello?
You know my rules, Calcit. No matter how you slice it, Teresa is fighting in this war, and you work for Teresa. No matter who you bring me, I won't take them as a patient. Teresa is dead, Warfarin. This girl is the new king of Sarkaz. At the time, you only came up to my elbow. At this rate, you'll be taller than me in a few years. 4 years have flashed right by. I was actually really surprised when I first met you, too. Because I don't look like a doctor? Yes. Whatever. It's not like I care about keeping up arrogant appearances like Calcit. I remember Dr. Calcit saying Rhodes Island was preparing to leave Casdell, and the facilities on board were in varying degrees of disrepair, so she had to take me somewhere else for treatment. She told me she was taking me to see a vampire doctor, but that she's special and that she likes research more than blood. She also said that the doctor is very skilled, and that the royal court tries to enlist her services every time there's a war, but she always turns them down. She told you the truth, huh? Here I thought she'd exaggerate things to selling my name. Speaking of which, may I ask you a question, Dr. Warfarin? If that'll get you to stop sticking a doctor in front of my name. Theoretically, you're my superior now. But you're the one who saved my life. Besides, it was you and Dr. Calcit who built the foundations of Rhodes Island Medical Section together. Maybe nobody else knows that, but I do. Fine. I get it. Ask away. Why did you join Rhodes Island, Dr. Warfarin? Why? To research medicine and save lives. But Rhodes Island back then isn't anything like the Rhodes Island of today. At the time, we were entirely focused on getting out of Casdell. So why did you accept Dr. Calcit's request? How is Amia's condition? Physically, there's not much wrong with her, but her mental condition is a bit tricky. Most likely because she's the king. She talks in her sleep, she unconsciously reads the emotions of others, and she has trouble controlling her powers. A normal doctor probably wouldn't know where to begin with her. That's why I came to you. And I thought you'd at least stay and help take care of the kid, but you ended up just dumping her on me. Rhodes Island's command has fallen into chaos after losing both Teresa and the doctor. There are plenty of eyes trying to snoop on us too. I have to take charge and maintain order. And given the circumstances, you made the journey all the way here to bring the new king of Sarkaz to me. This is the king, Calcit! Teresa's a cruel one. How could she pick such a fragile little girl like her to be her successor? But Amia is the last bit of hope she had left. Hope is a poison to the Sarkaz. I've heard much about your past deeds. Now that you have the living king of Sarkaz here with you, surely you've run a few ideas through your head? Perhaps I should let the girl die painlessly in her sleep. It's a better fate than the pain and hardship she's destined to suffer. This isn't how I wished for things to turn out either. If only it could have been another way. But now that things have come to this, as a doctor, I just don't want to see another soul extinguished before my eyes. As a doctor? Giving yourself a pat on the back now, aren't you? You may be a doctor, but you're also a conspirator, a cold-blooded puppet master, and an accessory to a war. I won't deny that, but what about you, Warfarin? You refused to serve each and every royal court. You chose to stay away from war and hide in a border town, refusing to treat anyone but the locals. The name Mr. Blood has long been known far and wide across Victorian and Colombian medical circles. You'd rather be an outlier among the vampires. Can someone like you really save all those trying to escape from war? I know what you're trying to do, Calcit. Oh? You told me everything about your current situation. You brought the new King of Sarkaz here for treatment, and you act like you're the losers in this conflict. It's almost like you're trying to say you have nothing to do with this war anymore. You're trying to rope me in. And my response is still the same as all those years ago. Not happening. Teresa's ideals have always been about more than just the Sarkaz. She set her sights far, and she had grand ambitions, but that was exactly why things turned out the way they did. Everyone who starts a war has some wonderful ideals to circulate around. She wanted to cure erypathy. Now this is the first time I ever heard about that. And we've already put the fundamentals of the research together. Your handiwork? Naturally. I won't deny it. At some point in time, Rhodes Island will take action because of Teresa's. But I can guarantee you, you have the power to keep yourself at arm's length.
So, that's what you two talked about?
Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't accept there and then. I've heard plenty of pompous big talk in my lifetime. It takes more than that to persuade me. But when she came to take you away the next day, she said she'd already spread the word that Mad Dr. Warfarin had joined Rhodes Island. It was too late for me to turn her down. I was pissed. I'd been on the run for centuries, hiding from the royal court, and that was all it took? She even had Monster invite and escort me to Rhodes Island. Tell you the truth, I didn't believe her when she said she and Teresa wanted to cure erypathy. It wasn't until she showed me the relevant research that I was convinced, albeit only barely. After that, I ended up staying, reluctantly. Hey, Amiya, why the gloomy face? Am I drawing too much blood? Impossible. Even if I was half asleep, I know what I'm doing.
Are you thinking of leaving?
Huh? How'd we get there?
I mean, we're about to enter Londinium. You're being awfully serious today, so I thought maybe you're trying to tell me you're planning on leaving because what Rhodes Island is doing doesn't align with your goals.
No.
Huh? Are you going to chase all the patients on the ship away? Of course not. That's why we're stopped next to this mining platform.
Are you going to force me to go with you?
No, most of our people will be staying at Rhodes Island. This operation isn't being conducted under the Rhodes Island name.
Why would I leave then? I'm telling you all this today because Londinium is a big step and a new journey to you. As your attending physician, I should prepare a gift for you.
A gift?
I don't think I've talked to anyone about this for some 100 years. It's only when I speak to Calcit that I sometimes get the urge to discuss this. She knows just about everything, though, and a lot of it she doesn't actually need me to point out. But anyway, since I've already started, let me go into it a little more. Not all of those who start wars are truly fools, Amiya. Most of them are extraordinarily smart. So smart that they know the easiest way to get what they want for themselves or their tribe is to take it from someone else. They know what it is they're doing. That's exactly why they're able to eliminate their enemies and spill rivers of blood without thinking twice. And once they've accomplished their goals and built their new order, they're overthrown by the next one with an ambitious goal. And all this will repeat over and over, almost to no end. Actually, there might just be no end to it whatsoever.
Yes, I understand.
How I wish you didn't understand. Oh well, there's one more thing I need to make clear. Calcit's right. I don't loathe war, per se. I went into hiding when I decided to leave war and the royal court behind. And after I became a doctor, I made a rule for myself. Never treat anyone who has anything to do with warfare. But if I truly loathed it, I should have strived to end war myself. I should have thrown myself into its midst like all those with ambitions. I have nothing against the idea. I simply don't believe that line of thinking will lead us anywhere. Some might think my choice is a cowardly one, because I'm tolerating and turning a blind eye to war. I may save many lives, but I've also allowed plenty more deaths to occur by inaction. To use a more scientific way to describe it, war is an endless internal friction. There are better ways to lead us toward the future. By the way, I stole that sentence from a book. Sounds cool, doesn't it? Maybe you should give it a read. It does sound like it has a point. Which book did you steal that from? I forgot. I'll look through my things and find it. Okay. Oh, right. Another thing. There's a reason I chose not to become an elite operator. I know there will come a day when the path before you will be devastated by the flames of war. That's the hill I'm going to die on, and I'm not going to change my mind for anyone. So, if you think I'm mad or disappointed, you're not quite right. Because I never had any expectations to begin with. But I built Rhodes Island's blood bank with my own hands. I watched Rhodes Island's medical team grow from a few heads to the organization it is. I watched Rhodes Island grow into a pharmaceutical company. As long as I am confident that both you and Calcit haven't abandoned your quest to overcome Oripathy, I will stay at Rhodes Island, treating the patients here. This is my gift to you. Dr. Warfarin, I promise you that I'll... Don't make it sound like we won't see each other again. I don't want promises, but I'd love a vial of the doctor's blood before you go. Well, you might need Dr. Calcit's approval. You can't always listen to Calcit, you know? You need to form your own opinions. You can say that, but I won't let you take the doctor's blood for no reason. You need to learn some academic curiosity. I've been thinking, once you get back, you really should come intern under me. I'll think about it. It's been a while since the last time I talked so much in one go. I sure could use a drink right now. Amiya, grab me that vial of blood to your right, will you? Ah! Just playing with you. It's how I like to scare people these days. It's actually pretty fun to spook people with these vampire stereotypes. The kids in particular. They all go along with their shots after I pull something like that. You really shouldn't. Say, Amiya? I have a whole ship full of patients to care for. But don't forget, you'll always be my first patient at Rhodes Island. Of course. So, you make sure to come back alive, okay? I will. Ugh. Okay, there's that. Warfarin truly is rarely serious. I suppose so, huh? Ugh. She's lived for centuries after all. Anything caught your attention? We've moved titles. We've moved, okay. Yeah! Okay, we've moved, okay, so, I'm guessing it's the same thing now. I'm guessing it's the same title. So, Lord of Fiends, basically being king, basically being the same, the title. Okay, the title! Yeah, that's what's gonna be running around in my head forever now. Lovely. Lovely indeed. Ha ha.
Also, I didn't realize that her pun was a name on warfare. Ha! That's clever. Oh. Star, I'm recommending a UV light in your room just to be safe. I'm tired of being afraid of people on this ship. Ugh. Oh gosh. Fun stuff all around, ain't it? Oh dear. It's actually not, or at least not the primary intent. It's a real medication? Oh. Warfarin is an oh yeah, you did tell me that at one point. Well, it just so happens to also fit, weirdly? Alright, anyway. Okay. Alright, we're going to take a quick little break. I need to do a quick BRB, and then we will return, and then we will, we will see the in-game intro and the opening stage for Chapter 10. And it sounds like this should be very interesting. Also, thank you. I'm glad you like the horn flesh. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick BRB. We'll be back in, like, a minute. And I will switch accounts here. Alrighty. Let's go BRB. Don't go anywhere! Alright. I'm gonna need an emotional support fox before the storm. Hi! Hello. Oh, goodness. Alright, oh boy. Wake up? I'm not asleep! What do you mean? Oh, Treon, don't go anywhere. I am told this is going to be interesting. Second stream of the day. I need an emotional support, Fox, okay? You're gonna need emotional support, Lisa. Hello, Nanimanai. Welcome in. Sorry that you just hit me on a BRB. I hope you're doing well. We are just about to jump into the start of chapter 10. I'm probably only gonna do the first reading today, but we're just gonna see how things go. All right. Okay. Ah. All right. I feel like I'm just. Is this okay? Yeah. No. We're jumping right in. Okay. All right. Chapter 10, let's go. I'm scared. I'm scared to click these things and see. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm scared. All right. What could possibly go wrong on Terra? Oh, goodness. All right. Please work correctly. I think we have everything set up correctly. Let me change I guess I'll change this to the reading one. That probably makes more sense. Alright. Senketsu, thank you very much for continuing the membership. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I know, I try to do it once a day so that, you know, I can do one each day and hit the dailies. Alright, this one's for you in chapter 10. Thank you, Senketsu, I appreciate it greatly. Alright, let's see how this goes, shall we? Why am I so scared to click this? Okay. Whew. Okay. Alright. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm sorry, it's like weird. Alright. You have a Discord? Alright, thank you, Artane. Yes, if you're new here, if you're catching me for the first time, do consider joining our Discord. We have an Arknights channel and threads, very important threads that you're going to need to be in because these threads are spoiler threads that I don't talk in, but you might want to talk in. Okay. Alright. Chapter 10. Shatterpoint. Okay. Alright. The pursued. You see the shadow of the nomadic city of Londinium, and so too have they seen you. I'm shaky. Londinium, Oxyrigamboro. Inside the shard. Our project is near to its close. I hear the sound of the storm, and so do they. They're telling me now how they like this sound. They're dying to become a part of the storm, to howl wantonly through the air, to go and devour this hateful city before us. Perfect. In 10 days, our airship will be complete. From there, they'll be able to take to Londinium's skies and serve as the storm's very pilots. I'll be going with them. That suits our plan.
You are the optimal candidate to command our air forces, given I must be defending the Shard.
No, Teresis, that isn't what I mean. They and I, as one, can but only go together.
Good. Prior to their departure, you are to continue fulfilling your duty. The royal court needs you, and our soldiers need their most trustworthy monarch. Moreover, you are more proficient in building than I am, by all rights. Our construction rate has sped up by 10% since you began attending court meetings.
I would not forget what I am meant to do. Also, I notice you disposed of those guards. The Confessari has given you no end of grief for that, have they?
Disposing of the guards about you was the military commission's decision. We need more sentries, so we can answer to the greatest period of danger.
If needs be, I can enter the battlefield too.
Stay here. This tower and the airship. Those lie at the core of our plans. Once these two projects are through and done with, Kasdel will possess the power to fend off all nations.
Fend off all nations, you say? I've always known of your ambitions, but it makes it no less unbelievable to hear every time.
Hasn't it always plagued you that they would not permit us to rise again? Very soon, you will be plagued no longer.
Indeed. If even the bearing of the storm is ours to control, who would still be occupied by the dark clouds floating at its head?
In the past, we Sarkaz let our enemies pursue us. Time and time again we stood up in the ruins, and time again we rebuilt our homeland, and time again we watched our home be torn to shreds by the wars they incited.
Sarkaz. We are a rootless people.
Why is that? Solely because they have occupied our finest soil and forbid our roots to take. In the war 200 years ago, it took all our might to drive the enemy back, yet we still could not preserve Kasdel. After that, how much time did we have to devote to just about reconvene our stranded remnants? And how much more time to transport these bare shreds Victoria and Ursus could not see to a wasteland they were just as blind to, and rebuild Kasdel again right under their very noses.
The 200 years?
Yes, it has taken us these 2 full centuries. So what of the next time? Suppose our Kasdel is once again razed by flames of war. How much more time will we need to rebuild it? Now 500 years, or even longer? Our enemies have almost gotten away with this, precisely because we've become accustomed to drifting. Ruination after ruination may never snuff out the Sarkaz soul, but it has arguably scattered us. Kasdel today is merely crammed with houses. It is not home. Still more Sarkaz wander the great land beyond. No dreams in their mind's eye further than tomorrow's bread. Even the royal court. All Kasdel has is its 10 kings' court of tradition, and the majority of those 10 have left their positions vacant.
This is why you wanted war.
It is not my want, but the Sarkaz's need. This time, it will be beneath our feet where war's flames ignite. Victoria, Ursus, Italian. Not one city, not one patch of soil will be fortunate enough to escape. Within the next century, our enemies will no longer have the energy left to set their sights on Kasdel. No, more than that. Once we have the ability to guide the storm, they'll come to fear the Sarkaz's gaze instead, just as they fear the storm descending.
The storm gathers atop this tower we stand in. They will see us, stood in the storm's eye. Every enemy of the Sarkaz will throw themselves at us with all they have to stop us.
then let them. Don't you fear the inferno consuming your body too, when the first thunderbolt strikes? When you built Babel, you too knew all opposers would point their swords at you. And did you ever once fear? The tower you built with life has collapsed, just like another Casdell. And at this moment we stand here, in a new tower, in a new opportunity. Look at Londinium today. You only just presided over the meeting of the kings. How can you not have realized? Not even before the useless war between us began were the Sarkaz so close to unity. I'll return to the city's outer barracks soon. Your Majesty, Teresa. I understand, Naxarar King. Our meeting here will be as brief as possible. You're always in such a hurry, Naxarar. You don't want to get together with us. I haven't the time to spare, Vampire. A 100,000 are stationed outside Londinium. Not I nor my soldiers can spare a second of complacency. Then let's switch our duty. I'm already sick of the blabbering nobles inside the city. And Teresa's, your little Gaulish friend is just as foolish and noisy as them. I've got to warn you in advance. My patience is limited. His head will have to stay on his neck for a moment longer. Don't add the city's Victorian army to our troubles. Fine enough. That said, don't you feel that some still haven't been put to use? Do you speak of myself, Vampire? I have great affairs upcoming, don't I, your highnesses? Of course, control of Londinium is inseparable from the efforts of us all. Has there been word from the messenger you sent, Confessarius? By Manfred's tireless urging, the Lich is now fast on the way to Londinium. The few Wendigos left remain battling strange monsters in Ursus's north. Their hearts hold the royal court no more. The Cyclops sends a letter. As ever, she describes a tragic scene. Londinium sundered by great fire into thirds. The Shard fallen under lightning strikes in their hundreds. And the Regent. Yes. She still prophesizes your end, Regent. Speak. She says she has seen your solitary death on the underground throne of the palace of Westelag. Give her a reply, thanking her for her concern. Continue searching for any sign of the gargoyles. So long as you can find any remnant blood vessels, immediately send an invitation. The Council will, together with the Royal Court, ensure victory in this war. If the Sarkaz can still be given a new chance, then that chance lies before our eyes, and it is one and only. And very, very many will die. So many Victorians, and so many Sarkaz. The people's blood will change this gray city through and through, and their wails will cover even the thunder. This is a war between us and them, one continued for centuries without end. Yes, war. This has always been how we Sarkaz continue to survive. If you have any objections, speak. Single out the dangers of my plan, just as you have countless times before. I have no objections. None, you say? If you could hear these sounds in my head, you would know. They would not allow me another choice. Provided this war can truly free Casdell from the cycle of destruction. Provided this storm can truly put out the Sarkaz's smoldering enmity, and return countless souls to the freedom of rest. I will stand with you, ensuring our dream can be made reality. Fine turn. There is one more thing. The Rhodes Islanders are already on their way. I thought it was the past. 6:50 a.m. Overcast. 527 kilometers out from Lindinium, operation platform of an abandoned mine. Dr. Calcet, anchoring sequence will begin in T plus 1 hour, 48 minutes. Good. Ensure the boarding region can operate normally before then. Understood. We'll step up the cleanup. Warfarin, have all critically ill patients been appropriately situated? Relax, it's just the last 3 left, and we're operating on them tomorrow. We'll have the moving sickbeds arranged in no time. Don't rush me, okay? You standing here with your stern look makes our medic operators have to keep peeking at you. This is an emergency. Fine, I get it. I'll quit joking. Every day's been like a battle ever since we entered Victoria, if you hadn't transferred so many operators away beforehand. Rhodes Island must operate as usual. We reached this consensus at the first resolutive meeting, Warfarin. No complaints from me. You made Monster lash me to the side of the ship 4 years ago. I mean, when you invited me to join Rhodes Island, we agreed I would research ripathy alongside you, as a doctor. There wasn't any follow the new king of Sarkaz in a fight to win back Kazdale type clause in my contract, and switching Kazdale out for Lindinium changes nothing. This goes for a great deal of our operators. I have no intent on forcing any one operator to participate in a mission irrelevant to their long-term goals. Moreover, no matter the other operations we are forced to take on, we cannot turn a blind eye to the infected throughout every region. If it wasn't for our work there, we'd have a few more elite operators to spare for this Lindinium trip. I wonder how Amia's crew are doing. Once we reach the vicinity of Lindinium, we'll receive word. Still the past?
Recon group, report situation on both sides. Received. No threat. Copy. Closure. We can pass through ahead. Keep the engineering team with us. On it. Dr. Starlight, still got it in you to move? Want my drones to give you a lift? When were the drones capable of that? Let me think. I can't actually think of anything wrong with the idea. Doctor, we just need to walk a little longer. When we're out of this danger zone, then we can ride on our crafts and recuperate a little. We'll need to send Dr. Calcet a message at some point, too. She must be extremely worried about us.
I wonder if it's going smoothly on the landship's side.
That's exactly why she had to stay behind. She can only rendezvous with us once Rhodes Island is safely situated. That's our joint responsibility. Doctor, just leave this to me. Ever since we planned to drive into Victoria, Dr. Calcet and you have been busy securing the safety of our route. I will take charge for the rest of it, just like we've agreed on. I want a chance for you to catch your breath, too. Even if it's just mentally. Doctor, we have to keep going. There are times I think about how we got in over the past months, and it seems too smooth to even believe. That ragtag bunch of windbags are all together in Lindinium right now, and they haven't even noticed us. Calcet, did you use some kind of ancient technique I'm not aware of? If any arts truly could render Rhodes Island invisible, believe me, I would have used them over a decade ago. I almost forgot. Disused Industrial Mining Equipment Recovery Organization, is that right? We've been using that title for passage and permission to park the whole way. Trust Dr. Starlight to come up with that. Dr. Starlight tends to have a unique angle of thought on certain aspects.
And luckily, Closure's personal interest has had her lead the engineering department over the past years to develop technologies for using scrap. Which, in short, renders the title a fine one. With the addition of a few friends' aid, this plan has been successful in execution thus far. As for what comes next, that lies with Amiya and Vina. Two left, four right. Indra? Check. How's the right side? Someone who thought he was funny had me caught up for a second, but he's over with now. And Dagda? I heard steel claws and crossbow bolts mashing into each other. Enemies left to the rear. Leave them to her. Hey, there's one hiding right here. Now there isn't. Just missing Dagda. Vina, listen. It's dead silence behind. I said she could sort it out. Good. Vanguard Group, mission complete. Notify Amiya immediately. There's no more nobles patrols in the vicinity. They can pass through. The road ahead is clear. No casualties. Messaging devices back in operation. Doctor, we're just about to catch sight of Londinium. Now I can catch my breath too. Hold on, Doctor. Jessica sent a message. Before we carry out the next step of the plan, we need to send a few operators to run a different mission. We have two targets to rescue. One's a friend at Blacksteel, and the other is an informant who can help us enter Londinium. Huh? How do you like Amiya's new drip? Very unexpected. Very, very unexpected. I do. I'm. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know how they do it. It's typically really clear when it's in the past, right? For the most part. For the most part, it's pretty clear. That wasn't a jump, was it?
Really? This is after the Chernobog incident, really? Is it really? Yo. Alright. Halomex wanted me to notice something, in random chapter. And I guessed what the chapter was, just in terms of random things, and now I think I know exactly what you wanted me to see. If I'm remembering correctly. Good lord! Most likely, yes. Alright. I don't think we're gonna... 10, blank, 30. I don't think I'm... Alright. Alright. I'm trying to just gather my thoughts. I'm trying to gather my thoughts and think if I can continue or not. I feel like one more, want to rest to recover your pieces of sanity. Though I'm confused, what makes you think parts of it are in the past? Golly gee, I wonder! I have enough sanity to enter Londinium. Honestly, I probably don't. I have, yeah, I think it's a good stopping point. Okay, I was told to check out... Haven't seen you this overwhelmed in a while. Good. Oh, I wonder why that would be. Golly gee, it's a complete mystery, honestly. Alright. We are tapping out. If I can do this safely? I don't even know if I can do this safely. I'm just gonna do it from here, because I don't know how to do it safely. Hello, Chobai!
Practice your kung fu.
I'm a little preoccupied mentally. Alright. Can I do it? Is this a safer way to do it? Kind of, sort of, not really. I always hate trying to navigate because I can't, like... I'm always afraid to accidentally touch something that I shouldn't. Alright. Alright. Bro, open the doors that lead to this world. Cache, okay. I return her to you way. Stop. Don't do it. Oh? You and your mighty executioners have made my life hell. Of course, I'm willing to return her to you, but the cuffs on her body will tear Lundman in half. Damn you. Wei, this is the method used against me. The way you forced me out of Lundman. But now, our roles are reversed. I'm the guest as well as the poisoner. Cache, you killed my brother. No way. You slew your own brother. We can fast forward this? Okay. Fair enough. Just to that end, right? I feel like I know, but let's just... Alright. Alright. Confessarius, answer me. Leader of Reunion. Is there any value in forming an alliance? Why ask me about things that you know very well, Your Majesty?
A youth with no possessions, background, or capital cannot possibly seek to take an important Ursus city alone. The uninfected rulers know not what to make of her actions. They will panic, overreact, and try to resolve the chaos through more destruction, and use the chaos caused by the infected as a front. But we Sarkaz know better. What do you think of the team she finally left here? They are unworthy, Your Majesty. As you foresaw, there is no hope for them. They are not trained soldiers, unable to cause the violence that we seek. Eliminating them will not sever Tallulah's power. We lack an opportunity to take her out. Right, Your Majesty. The situation that she fomented and the power she wielded to force the issue shows that she is no one-eyed leader among the blind or some pampered princeling awaiting the throne. She is a conspirator. Even if that is the case, I require a comprehensive response from the Sarkaz. In that case, I have 2 bits of good news. First, we already have a lead on our search for the Lord of Fiends. Rhodes Island hasn't yet been manipulated by foreign forces. Don't waste time. We need her to begin right now. Please do not be angered and hear me out. She is ready. Okay. Yeah. What? I knew it. 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 I knew this is where you wanted me to be. I knew this is where you wanted me to be. I have been questioning this CG for months. It's very undeniably pink. Alright. Fine then. That power is rightfully ours. The true King of Sarkaz is mightier than the heir of any unknown name.
Ciao, Doctor. I can hear your footsteps even with my ears folded.
Probably because I'm stomping at this point. That CG existed 2 years before Chapter 10 released, by the way. Where are we at? Where are we at? We're like at a year and a half, so about 1 year, so about half there. Half there. We're half. Just... Chapter 10 came out October 22nd. Huh. A few more months in and we almost would have coincided. Okay. Okay. Well... I think that solves every question about any CG
I'll
I've
stay
had.
here. Just call me if you need something. Hard to believe. Sometimes I can be very patient, Doctor.
More than I
Have you
can!
ever tried combing 19 tails in one go?
Have you ever tried seeing the face of death in your eyes? Oh, what the heck? What the heck?
Alright. 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 Okay. Alright. Have a good evening, Treon. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Any thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. I just have... I don't have thoughts. I have feelings. And I don't even know what the feelings are. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know whether to be flabbergasted, angry, disturbed, mind-numbing. I don't know what I'm feeling. I can hear my wrist crack. I don't know anything anymore. No, stop. Do not the star crackle pop. Oh my god. Oh.
I'll stay here. Just call me if you need something.
I need a lot of things. I need
Hard to
therapy.
believe. Sometimes I can be very patient.
Oh.
Have you ever tried combing 19 tails in one go?
Alright, yeah, we're gonna, wow, it's already, okay. Huh, haha, alright, you know what, I think we're gonna call it there. Tuesday is going to be interesting, or something, I don't even know. You have Lumen, he's a therapist. Okay. And now these thoughts get to swirl around until Tuesday. You know what? Fine. What's a few more days compared to a few more months? Am I right? Alrighty. Alright. We are going to call it there. If you're new here and seeing my crash out for the first time, do consider joining the Discord. I'm sure that you guys would love to talk in the Global Spoilers channel right now. So do consider, we have the Arknights channel, and there are threads. The thread is the Global Spoilers thread. I'm sure that you would love to be in there right now. So please, have at it, have fun, join the Discord, make sure to grab the rules roll so that you can reach the rest of the Discord. I will see you guys, okay, Monday we're gonna have a little calm before the storm with cute little rodents, and then I'm going to explode. Alright, we'll have fun on Tuesday. Fun, in quotation marks. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, stargazers. I'm going to go think about everything, including my own existence. All the best. And thank you for joining. Alright, bye-bye now.
I'll stay here. Just call me if you need something. Hard to believe. Sometimes I can be very patient, Doctor. Have you ever tried combing 19 tails in one go?